is Karabo Setjie, 29 years old. Grew up in Limpopo, Venda, in a village called Mamvuka in Jerere. I started my like for construction at quite an early age. I was fortunate enough to have an older cousin who ventured into engineering at a young age when I was still young, who ventured into electrical engineering. And as a young man, I was very good at drawing. I was very good at art. And growing up, obviously, you're really not aware of many things. And the liking of art really continued. That I like drawing. And I got to high school where I started doing maths and science, and kind of found a way to match the liking of drawing and maths and science to try to find a career that makes sense to liking what you see around, and seeing bridges, seeing roads. And I like to draw bridges when I was younger. I like to draw all these different structures that you see around. And because of the love and liking for maths and science, I realized, look, architecture might not be the career which was initially what I thought I would go for. I saw engineering as the career that I wanted to go into. I decided engineering as a career. I applied at University of Johannesburg when I was in, and I was fortunate enough to be accepted at UJ, which I was in there for civil engineering, with an honors degree. I completed my studies in 2019, and the highest achieved education now to date is my honors degree in civil engineering. And you would know in 2019, 2020, it was the time when COVID-19 started. As soon as I finished my studies, I was unfortunate I couldn't even graduate because of COVID-19, but long story short, I went into application for work before COVID-19 hit us, and I'd gotten an internship at a company in Centurion. It was a consulting firm where there was a project for I think it was within the Department of Education, where we were doing assessments of high schools and all different schools around the area to see if they're structurally sound for them to continue. I was quite unfortunate in that aspect. As soon as I landed that internship with the company, 2 weeks later, we had to be retrenched because COVID-19 hit us and the national shutdown came in. Once COVID-19 then died down, people started calling back now, and opportunities then came back. I was very fortunate. Then I was targeted by who is now my mentor, who is a director for a company called SCIP Engineering Group. I saw something in me, and he took me in and introduced me to the construction and to the working field, and hit the ground running. First position was a site manager and a site engineer, and that's really where the construction phase for me started. I'm currently working for SCIP Engineering Group, which is a consulting firm based in Johannesburg. It's a relatively young company, so almost 30 years old now. We're involved in many things, which includes your civil designs, your structural designs, your abattoirs, and that's the company that I work for. They also do project management and among other things that we do within the space of engineering and the construction sector. My role in the company is an engineer, and also a project manager. A project manager is involved from the inception of the project in terms of beginning of the project, for planning, sitting down to understand what are we trying to achieve as an entity, and how do we then ensure that we have resources in place to achieve that goal. So in simpler terms, we ensure that whatever is needed to get the goal achieved is there and is provided for, and we can achieve that goal, and we monitor as the time goes, as the project is rolling out, and ensuring that the quality of the product that we're trying to give out and the turnaround time of our client is achieved, and all the mandates of the company achieved. Western Mega as an entity is composed of two different arms. The left arm being your consulting arm, and your right arm being the construction arm. Western Mega as an entity is a turnkey developing entity, which works with the Department of Human Settlement in implementing and providing housing for those that need housing. And the entity that I represent, which is SCIP Engineering Group, is also a PRT, which is the project management arm, which then speaks to all issues that have to deal with the Western Mega, which were in the project management side of things. That's where we then come in as SCIP.